வணக்கம். मैं हैदर अली सैयद आशीर्वाद से यूनाइटेड अंडर तमिल सेवा.
Good morning, peace. I was interested in the title of the room that caught my eye, and then I decided to go ahead and listen in. And I like, what I've heard so far. And I'm gonna continue listening. I'm still dropping off children before I get my morning started, so
Okay.
um, I'll listen in some more. But thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Zimana. I was really looking for someone who would read the title and to show an interest in knowing what it is. But when they come in, I thought like the first question I should ask is, what made you be interested in the topic? That must be a reason, right?
Yeah, actually. So for me, I like I saw the connection between the way I guess the metamorphosis of that word, and I can see how it's tied. I never saw it that way before. Pantheon makes me think of the I guess the Greek godhead, I suppose, for lack of better words or terms, and then Pontius makes me think of Pontius Pilate in the Bible. And so I study the Bible, and I see it as a social political book, and history book. And to consider that this Greek concept of gods is tied to government structure, that was very interesting to me. But I do want to know more about what motivated you and inspired you to use this title.
Okay, thank you. That's one of the reasons that I use that Pontius here. If I did not use Pontius, probably generally people wouldn't get to know the complete picture of it. They might have thought that, okay, fine, this is something somewhere, one small subject somewhere. Okay, let's start with Pantheon. Pantheon is a place which was called as the place was called as Pantheon, where people gather. Now, I specifically said that people gather. Now, definition of people. There are general definitions. Gods gather. Pantheon is a place where gods gather, and they add the term Greek gods gather. So these are the level of translations. But if you see in depth, the description about Pantheon is, in the translations you will find God, but the people who will come there, each of them would be expert in a specific skill, which means people who gather are not the same type of people with the same type of skills. They are excellent in skills, one different from each other. So each of them were so unique. So such unique people gather in a place that place is known as Pantheon. And obviously the rest of the world call them gods. It is my way of understanding. I'm sure that it is quite far from the English translation of older Latin books and all that, or most of the time when they do translation, they also, the way I said it, that is my understanding. So those who translated, they said it based on their understanding. Anyone with one exceptional skills, they'll be considered God. We do that all the time. If you go to South America, Cristiano Ronaldo will be called as, where is he from? Okay, sorry. So in football world, they will call them gods. in basketball, and some of the players will be called them God of basketball. It's a normal term we use constantly. So I'm just trying to, say that justification of whatever I say. Okay, let's put it like that. My statement was that is, Pantheon means that the people with exceptional skill, they gather for a reason, because they have their responsibility. If each of them have a skill, and each skill has to be used for the people, by the people, and for their benefits, for the society, for the world around them. So obviously they gather in a specific place to see that how, with their skills, how they can administer. These are my assumptions once again. Okay, so that's why the place is called Pantheon, and the Pantheon is, once again, the pronunciation I do, the letters I do, these are English. How in Greek language they pronounce, we actually don't have any idea, because the Greek, what is being spoken today, it is quite right. So we don't know whether it's Pantheon or Pantheon. Now there comes another god. His name is Pantheon.
Vanakkam. Thank you.